It is said that footballers are supposed to know the game better than those who watch or those who analyze, but unfortunately, footballers don't even know the game. Because what in heaven's name is this rubbish called the FIFPRO XI? Don't my take, but what is Jude Bellingham doing in the FIFPRO XI in 2025? What is Cole Palmer doing? What has Raphina, this Raphina guy, what has he done to these fellow footballers that Raphina cannot be in the FIFPRO XI? Now this is a player that practically carried Barcelona the entire season to where they got to, but he misses out. And a player like Salah that carried Liverpool to win the league. Now this is not this season FIFPRO. This is last season FIFPRO. And these guys are not in it. But there's no Jude Bellingham. Huh? There is Cole Palmer that ghosted for 4 months. On carry Sam and the Bishop. Huh? Yeah. This is the worst FIFPRO I have seen. In fact, footballers should be banned from voting. No, I know I was one of those who said, why not get footballers to come into this voting system? They don't know. They should be banned. They don't know. It's now look at Kamala is my friend. Let me vote my friend. Because I know that. Let me read the list. Please do. Now, Donnarumma in goal, Hakimi, Van Dijk, Nuno Mendes. 3-man defense. Looks like I don't have a problem with the defense line. But if you look at Saliba, no, Saliba or Gabriel. Either way. No, if you look at Saliba, if you want maybe bench for Van Dijk, but you look at say Liverpool win league, so it was a good season. So I think that one watered down the whole team. It's okay for me. Now the midfield, Palmer, cold Palmer. See, I'm not saying Palmer did not have a good season. No. Yeah. Let's not get it wrong, Chelsea fans. Don't come for me. But Palmer has no business. In maybe 2 seasons ago, if you call Palmer, I will say yes. But Palmer has no business. There's Palmer. There's Jude Bellingham that went trophyless. There's Pedri and there's Vitinha. Fantastic. Pedri and Vitinha, I agree. That one, I don't get problem. Up front, Lamine Yamal, Ousmane Dembele. They also ghosted until January. And there's Kylian Mbappe. Okani-san. Oh, you want also to start first?
Well, let me.
Okani-san is modest. He will not be as brutal as I am.
Come on. You're happy with the list?
See, you know when you're talking right, I was just asking myself so many questions. Are we actually for real? How do I put it? See, ginger. We're known for ginger. When I say that, I mean for those that knows, you understand these things. So when I talk about ginger, I should be an authority in ginger. And so if somebody who knows not your little about ginger, talks about ginger, and he wants to counter what I'm talking about, I think I should look at the person and be asking questions. Are you for real? But we are just pundit. We are just, what they call it, analysts. We are just, so what do we think that we know this mail and these guys? Now, first and foremost, about 26,000 players voted.
Yes.
So you mean these 20,000 players don't know what they're doing?
Okay, Sam, to leave out the Raphina.
Now, come on. Let's go back to the criteria. The criteria says simple. The 1 year we're talking about is July last year to August this year.
Yes. And these are the players we pick.
You understand? Now, number 2, 26 players voted, and each of the 20,000 players voted, and each of these players across 68 countries, each of these players voted 10 players. Each of these, as far as a professional footballer that you're part of FIFPRO, you understand? So 26,000 players played across 68 countries. Voted, sorry. So why do I think that me sitting down here no more than these 20,000 players?
Because I'm a pundit.
Because
no.
These guys green. This one.
These guys don't watch the game. They don't watch the games. They are playing matches. We watch these games. We watch these games.
These guys know about this game. Play this game as much.
But do they watch the games?
Do they watch the game?
Do they watch the games? Most of the time they are jogging. Even after the game, they are jogging up and down.
Are you going to tell me? Wait.
It's happening.
Are you going to tell me that a Jude Bellingham watches the Serie A better than me?
He might not.
Exactly.
He might not.
So they can't know the best players in the Serie A.
So now here is it about 20,000 players. At the end of the day, we ended up with a pool of 26 players. I'm coming 26 players. It's out of these 26 players that this final 11 we actually picked. It's out of because the 26 players with the highest number of votes. That's what we ended up with. You understand?
Yes.
Now, what are the criteria? Number 1, they say you must be professional football, active professional footballer. Yes. Number 2, you must play more than 30 games and above within this period under consideration. Yes. Then number 3, your performance matters. Now, they didn't say you must win a trophy. I'm coming now. They didn't say you must win a trophy.
Yeah.
They didn't say you must... within this period of time that we're talking about, I think Jude was in the final of, what they call it, Euros last year. England, yeah. England and... which year did England...
It was before the year in focus.
Last year, Jude has a better season than this season. Yeah, Arsenal now the Champions League. You understand? This is Jude has a decent. So
he didn't win.
Now here is it
because
right? Now, if you want to see, I feel it's time to understand this. And at the end of the day, this thing, it is subjective in nature because it's democratic in nature. It is subjective. It means personal biases can come into this.
That's what I don't want.
You understand?
So that means it's a FIFA award.
In every award. Now, my issue right now is this: how comes after every award we go so hard? Okay, guess what? We hit it so much such that was. See, we hit it so much.
This guy scored 38 goals.
Wait.
In this period,
you know how much?
38.
Let me take it from here, please. Thank you.
This guy had 24 assists.
Let me take it from here.
La Liga title.
Imagine. Wait. See, Abdul. On Sam, you know I'm not a big fan of individual. You know that already.
Simple.
One.
Same thing with me here.
Two.
But my take is this, right? If you're talking, know that the people that actually decide that look, these are our best are the people that actually play this game.
They don't watch the game. They play it.
See,
that's the difference.
In what
they play, we don't rewatch it.
Let's be honest with ourselves.
How many passes
in what yardstick is Copama?
I watched so many games.
Better than Raphina. In what yardstick is Copama last season? Better than Raphina.
I'm not trying.
How did Erling Haaland not get into this team?
So what if
Haaland's number last season?
I even agree in that because Kylian was also fantastic.
We know, but he can play two of them.
Like we say,
if you can play three defenders,
like we say,
who do you take out? Who do you take out? Who do you take out for Haaland?
Let me finish now. You have Lamine Yamal, right?
You won't take out Lamine Yamal.
You have Lamine Yamal. You have who again?
Kylian Mbappe.
You have who?
Usman Dembele.
Let's say performance.
Who do you take out for
performance-wise last year?
Come on, also.
Lani was ahead of performance last season.
It's not possible.
He won the league, mind you.
He won the league. Yeah. In terms of statistics, Raphina had a better season than Lamine Yamal.
Yes. So Raphina should be there. It's not Lamine Yamal.
So, for me, excluding Haaland is justified up front.
Haaland.
Yeah, excluding
so Haaland should have been there.
Excluding him.
Haaland is not there.
Yeah, I know. I said excluding him is justified. Like that he was excluded from that list.
Yeah, I don't think so. His numbers is deafening.
As
a striker,
take away his numbers. Haaland is useless. That's the truth.
About the numbers.
Take away Haaland's number.
What is the job of a striker?
See, we agree to score.
But beyond scoring, when your team is struggling.
I know he's the most useless player. I've said that before. After if he's not scoring, he's useless. But boy, oh boy, if he will get there, get me the goals, be useless until you get the ball.
Don't be carried away by what he's currently doing.
But see,
take your mind back and just think of Haaland of last season.
It was too fantastic. Nobody's better than now. His number last season better than now.
At this point last season, he wasn't having this number.
No, we agree.
I think he has about 20-something goals scoring or
26 in the league.
26 in no competition.
A midfielder scored more goals than him last season. So even talk about
Raphina scored more than him.
Apart from Raphina, what was his name? Mo Salah scored more goals in the league than him. But Salah is not there. My grouse with all the noise is if this thing was done by some journalists
or by any other person,
I would have actually agreed with what people are saying. But we're talking about the guys that play this game.
So you think they have a better
that earn a living from this game?
There's no David Raya.
I trust their
what David Raya.
I trust their judgment.
What ahead of a Donnarumma.
I'm not arguing. I'm just no. The mix. I'm not arguing that.
See,
I'm not
I think
none of your players.
I understand.
Saliba would have been there. If it was a 4-man defense.
The truth is this, right?
But they had to go with a 3-man defense.
The truth is this, right? Probably aside the Bellingham and the Copama.
So
nothing is wrong with that.
Exactly. That's why I said it.
I know.
But Copama is better than Jude Bellingham.
Both of them are used.
Here is it. We are shouting as if this guy got 80% of what they did wrong.
I'm coming.
No, let me just finish this thought process. Why are you giving an A in school? Is it because you score 100 over 100?
No, because you passed 90.
Probably 80.
80 is 8 now.
Yeah, 80. 70 in some cases.
75. It's not 75.
Schools are dropping their
forget about
it's not dropping standards. It's the way it is.
Let's even say 90.
100 is for God.
No. Let's even say 90, right? Probably in the state, it has to be 90. In America, it has to be 90, right?
Yeah.
So you're giving A because you scored 90, right? So you're talking about in a business where these guys got almost 90% of what they did right. How comes we're so sharp? How comes we're so concerned? How comes we're not praising them for getting the 85% right? We're so bothered about just probably the 10 or the 15% that they got wrong. How come this is what we're talking about? How come we're not heaping praises on them for getting 85%? It shows they've gotten an A.
The one they've got.
Baba, you get. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Raphina. I will put this guy in the midfield. I will shift Lamine Yamal because we see a midfield where they put wingers. For FIFPRO, he's the best players.
See, regardless of how they got it wrong, regardless of how they got it wrong.
Okay, let's praise them for getting it right.
Let's assume what do you need to go to the university? Probably including maths and English, right? So probably you go to this including maths and English, and probably you feel maybe a literature somewhere or a CRK somewhere.
So you just change course.
This guy got what they did an amazing job. They got 85% of the job was well done.
Yes.
So why are we so? Everybody's talking about just this 15%.
Bellingham.
Nobody's talking about the 85% that they got
because
right.
we believe as players, you get it right as at least 100%.
How can you get it right all the time? Like I said, this thing is subjective. So the number of people that vote, this thing is subjective. Bias coming.
26,000 voted and picked Kopama.
Guess what? Guess where this thing is coming from? It means the guys in the English league have the highest number of votes. I mean, voted more than any other person. The English and the probably Spanish league, you understand, voted more than any other person. Nobody stops other people from other leagues doing what they want to do. Because that's where the biases come in here. In the case of Kopama, and this is purely case of biases.
But even Kopama, you could even
you understand?
Because if you look at it, won the Club World Cup, he was best player of the tournament. He had 16 goals in the Premier League last season.
He had 16 goals in the Premier League last season, which is not bad. For a guy that was injured good part of the season.
No. So
no, they said in the Premier League.
It's not a bad number, whether you like it or not. So it's not
none
a
of
bad
a player
number.
in the last 15 years. In the last, aside from Uber, in the last 10-15 years, none of a player have scored up to 16 goals in the Premier League. So what are we talking about here? So why my issue with the whole noise is this? Come on, let's give them praise for
15
getting.
years. You have insulted Van Persie, but I forgive you as well. But anyway, the truth remains, man. I'm more interested. See, we've seen FIFA Pro. That's what I'm to point out. Where we've seen even wingers, players. That's what the best players getting. Was you getting Kopama? You would have brought Salah and Raphina and put after all, I mean, put him in the midfield. We will understand at least these are the best players because these people will not play any match together. We just say these are the best 11 players in football. For you to play Kopama and Bellingham, something must be psychologically wrong somewhere.
Do I agree with those guys?
See, do you know funny enough? No, I also don't even agree with Ousmane Dembele in that list.
Of course, that's another thing. Fact.
He's been out.
Sincerely speaking, I would rather have a Haaland on that list.
Now this is why. No, I would have had a Mo Salah. Now this is why.
Sorry, Mo Salah.
This is why. Now they are all started picking from July to August. Let's go on January to May. Let's go on ourselves. This guy only picked one from January
to May.
No. To early May.
To May, yeah.
To early May.
Before he got injured again.
Yeah.
So why should that be the reason?
If 4 months is enough to put a player there, then there's the question.
Because in the Club World Cup, he was struggling with injury. He didn't start.
And of course, stop start. And then when he got to the final, when he needed the most,
he disappeared.
He evaporated.
I understand all these things, right? But my point is this, right? Do you know that we focus so much on just these 2 or 3 mistakes or just 2 or 3 people that are on
because it's quite shocking. Especially for Jude Bellingham, for me, it's quite shocking.
So it's quite shocking. That be the reason why
I don't think
we should now trash the rest of the things that they got right and just focus on just the negative.
You don't want Salah to sleep well at night. That's what I'm going to tell the players.
Because I look at Salah and I feel like
what can he do again?
Exactly.
That's his best in the nobody came close.
The fact that first and Hakimi finished ahead of him in the Ballon d'Or, shocking. See, I'm not disputing that Hakimi don't have a fantastic
part
season.
Of my issue is with this thing is that's what I'm not a fan of individual.
Together, that's why we hold hands.
Number one, because for me, as a striker, you don't expect me to do the job of a defender.
Exactly.
So I shouldn't be given the best player because I'm a striker.
Yeah, what should be best defender?
You understand?
Best midfielder.
You understand?
This is why we shake hands and we're happy together. Because at the end of the day, you know how much I hate this individual.
To even start with, so I'm not even a fan of individual.
And those who suffer the most are the goalkeepers.
Yes, they hardly recognize them. A player will score.
Yeah, goalkeepers and defenders.
They hardly recognize them.
Hardly.
The last time we saw a player with the there was
to be honest, Raya has not considered in 7 games. Okay, take away the one that Kepa kept in. Raya has not considered in 6 games, right?
Yes.
But nobody talks about him now. But you want to talk about the brilliance of Martin Odegaard, the brilliance of Bukayo Saka, the brilliance of Gabriel. But the man that is ensuring that nobody
and he has made some fantastic saves.
Fantastic saves. Look at those that last season in the Champions League. He was a beast.
When they never mention Arsenal, you got it. Now your player don't fit there FIFPRO now. No, but INEC.
It's like INEC conduct this FIFPRO. INEC did the FIFPRO.
Absolutely.